Welcome to the Critically Clueless. I'm the Monk, and today I am here with a review on F1 2020. Now, this is obviously the newest edition of these F1 series. It was released in July the 6th, so I'm a little bit late to this game. But I figured that I would still give you my impressions anyway. I like to try to get as many reviews done anyway as I can. So this was published obviously by Codemaster. It was also developed by Codemaster as well. It is a racing sim. I think that's pretty accurate really, because I mean I've played a lot of arcade racing games before, but it's only been recently that I've started to play the games that are more like simulators. A recent one that I've played is NASCAR Heat 5, and again I've played this one too, and honestly this game does it better. Now this game has a great team build, really good, really in depth. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You get to pick your sponsors, you get to pick you get to literally build a team as well, so you get to hire another driver. Now this is just a start driver. Eventually, if you built up enough money, you could hire Lewis Hamilton to be your team's partner, and together as a team obviously you race in the series and try and become the champions, try and become the champion. Obviously you are building up your brand, your car. For me, I chose Mercedes. Expensive choice, but I think it was the right one. I don't think I could have actually afforded the Ferrari anyway. I think I may be able to level up to the Ferrari eventually. But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pick a teammate had I gone with Ferrari. So I done the right choice. Like I said, this is a great looking game. It's a great sounding game as well. I played for quite a while today, and I really did enjoy it. Actually, I wasn't expecting to. I've played these F1 games before, and I really didn't enjoy it. They were always ridiculously too hard because I've never played one of these before. You see, so I'm very used to arcade games. But I really felt like the difficulty scaling worked really well for people like myself coming just into the franchise. One of my small gripes, I guess, in this game is the interview process. There's quite a few of them in the game. It seems to be after every race, for instance, before races, and it's just really boring. Really boring. Didn't enjoy it at all. Every answer you say reflects on certain team members that are in your team. So whether it's people doing the aerodynamics or the engine, the power, maybe even your teammate. If you say something that they don't like, or maybe they do like, it will affect how well they perform. Which I guess is interesting, but honestly, the way they deliver it is just very tedious, very boring, and it happens again and again and again and again. At the end of the day, I just want to race my car, and I guess build up my team. When it comes to building your team, though, you really do have control. Now, it's going to take a long time for you to have all of the top tier stuff. But you get to design, how your car looks and, what it looks like, what goes into it. And then you get to upgrade all the individual divisions within your team as well, which I really like. It is very detailed, almost a little bit too much. I think I've said that already, but it's a little bit too overwhelming. At the beginning, normally it would be nice for you to kind of warm up to it a little bit. But once you get your head around it, it's pretty easy to do, really. Now, the nitty-gritty of this game really is the driving. You're going to be spending a lot of time driving, especially if you do it in some of the higher up difficulties. You're talking hours driving in just one race. And if you really enjoy it and you want to do that, then it has those options there for you. You know, you can make this game as hard or as easy as you want. You can have all of the, you know, driving assists on or all of them off. You know, you can change your view where you're in your cockpit, or you can actually change your view so you can see your entire car. It's really, really good. Even when you're driving, you've got little, you know, you can pay attention to tire wear, you know, engine temperatures and all that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool too. It also works with the Kinect. Now, I didn't try that myself. I do have a Kinect, but I didn't actually want to, you know, hook it all up and test it out. But you can send back orders to your cockpit team and to your team to, you know, tell them that you're going to pit or not. I think that's kind of an interesting feature, really. I like how well all the tracks look as well. Now, there's a lot of different tracks. In fact, I think there's every single F1 track that's actually currently being used inside this game. And when you set up your season, you can choose whether you want to race on all of them or you want to race on a smaller career mode. You know, that's probably for people like myself who haven't actually played too many of these before. You know, it's just a good way to kind of get into the career mode. But if you want to do it with full settings, all those options are there for you, and there's quite a few options. It really is a detailed game. It does look really good. I think sometimes I was expecting it to look a little bit better. Maybe when you're actually driving the car, you know, it does look a little bit cartoony. I think I was expecting a little bit more realism there. But the tracks look absolutely amazing, and the way that the announcers and the commentators interact with you are also really good. You know, one of my problems with this game is that, you know, it is a simulator, so therefore everything that you would normally do in an arcade game like cut corners or smash drivers, you know, out of your way to get first, you know, you can't do in this game, and you'll be penalized for it. You know, I think one of my first races in this game, I came third overall, but I got a 2-second penalty for crashing into a cut. No, for corner cutting. And that set me back to 5th place. You know, that's devastating. That's a podium finish that I lost there because of how I raced. And I like the level of detail for that in this game. I think it's really, really good. The problem I have with this game is that it's a AAA rated game. It is 45 quid or more. Obviously, there's a few more options. I think there's an £80 edition of this game as well. And for me, this game is not worth that money to a casual F1 player. Now, to someone who's really interested in this particular game, it probably is worth it to you. But for me personally, it's not worth that kind of money. I would maybe pay, I don't know, 25 quid, 30 quid for this game personally. But I can see how there would be a lot of hours of playing this game, and I can see how someone could really dedicate themselves to this game for a year until obviously F1 21 comes out. So for me, this game has earned a 7 out of 10. Now, a 7 out of 10 for me is a very high rating. And I give it that simply because I can't find too many things to put down on it. And of course, that's a good thing. And of course, when I do my reviews, I ask myself one question, very important question. Did I enjoy myself while I played this game? And as someone who has never played an F1 game before, or at least not for an awfully long time, I can say that I did. I enjoyed myself. I think other people can enjoy it too, and that's why it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. So I've been TheMonk, and we have been Critically Clueless. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, maybe think about doing so, as currently 90% of all viewers are not subscribed, and we are still chasing that 1,000 subscriber target that we have got right now. So, you know, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any comments on the video or any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'd love to reply to them. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you again in the next video.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Smiling faces on the pit wall after a superb win here at Sakhir. And rightly so. What a brilliant effort from the whole team. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere.